Hey guys! That is how I'll never start a video. We get asked fairly regularly what it's like to actually live inside an RV. So, I'm going to tell you the honest truth. Most of you want to know, I would assume, if I was watching this video, I'd want to know what's the bad stuff. I don't care about the good stuff. So I'll start with the bad. It's cramped. We live in a travel trailer and it's about 250 square feet. While the size is not as big of an issue as I thought it was going to be when we first got into this life, it's still small. The biggest issues with the size, and the thing that I didn't really think about, is that you only have one living space, and I'm sitting in it. This is our living room, our kids' room, the kitchen, the dining room, and the playroom, and my office, and the TV room. And so what happens is the kids, the boys, our two youngest boys, will take out their Legos. And there's not, as you'd imagine, not a lot of space here to play with Legos. So we have to let them leave the Legos out throughout the day because they're playing with them and it's kind of like their playroom. But we also like to keep it really clean, especially my wife. So it happens typically is the end of every day, or once we're just tired of it, we're like, okay, time to clean up. And like, no, why do we have to clean up? So it's annoying for them, which I understand. They don't have a bedroom or a playroom. So it's a multi-purpose room, which means it gets cluttered and full of stuff rather quickly. Another annoying thing is we have one bathroom, and it's about the size of a fairly large shoebox. Some people in the trailer like to use the bathroom more than others. I shouldn't say that. Some people in the trailer are in the bathroom for longer periods of time than others. There's no counter space. I mean, almost literally no counter space. Our bed, you can't walk around both sides of it. It sounds stupid, but making the bed is such a pain. You have to lay on the bed to reach in the other side of the bed to tuck it in. It's just a hassle. We do it every day. There's no storage, so the small storage spaces that we do have tend to get filled very quick. So almost every other week we're going through our storage spaces to tear stuff out, to get rid of stuff that we don't really need, because it just always accumulates. And you can't just take it out to the garage, because this room is also our garage. The other annoying thing is that you're always moving. Like, that's one of the pros, right? Is that our house has wheels, so we can get to travel all over and go to different places. But that actually ends up being kind of a pain, because you kind of have to take stuff off the walls and get the trailer ready to move, which takes about 45 minutes to an hour, because my wife also cleans really well. She'll clean the whole trailer so that when we get to the next place, it's clean and ready to go, which I appreciate. But it takes some time, and then you move to the next spot, and then you have to reset everything up and take all these little items like on the shelves and wherever else, like you have to move them somewhere so they don't fall down. And sometimes cupboards will open and glasses will break. One time we had a refrigerator open and everything came out. Everything. Those are the main things. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. Everybody's annoyed with something. It's not too much different in here. The cool things about it is that you get to be really close with your family, which I guess could be a negative. Oh, I guess that could be a negative also. You don't really have your own space. You end up finding like little nooks and crannies that kind of become yours. For my wife and I, it's our little bedroom. We'll just go lay on the bed with our phones when we need to get away. For my daughter, it's her little tiny train-like bunk that she'll lay in. The other thing is it just feels like home. It's amazing how quickly you adapt to whatever environment you're in. It doesn't really matter. You just adapt to it. And this tiny 250 square foot space has become our home. It's such a weird thing. And it's never hard to get anywhere else. Like if you need a snack, you just reach for the fridge. And if you need to go to the bathroom, if I needed to, if I didn't want to leave this spot, the bathroom's right there. I can go to the bathroom from right here. If you're the kind of person who thinks, I could never do that, it would be horrible, I could never live in this small of a space, I would say to that person, it's probably not as bad as you actually think. Maybe you wouldn't, but I think that people would be surprised how quickly you acclimate to the size. The size has never really been a big issue for us. Like, yes, it's annoying, it has its downsides, but hasn't been as big of an issue as we thought. And if you're the kind of person who thinks like, I would love it, I would love a tiny home, I would love to live in a trailer, there's some things that are annoying about it for sure. But overall, I wouldn't trade it for much. That's not true. That's it, okay? How long was that?